Can you make a 5 by 5 by 5 cube of cells?
One
if
in
you
a,
can make one, you can
in
make
a configuration of 8 5 by 5 cube
yeah.
with the 57th Street and 5th Avenue.
Now that's getting you made it just made it more complicated. When you're saying
With an X.
No, look, you've got five going that way, 5 going that way, right? And in the corners you've got
you got one road going this way. You got one road going that way.
That's what I need to know. I need to know what we're doing. You know, very clearly. That's the bit that's got to be really clear.
And I'm prepared to come.
It's possible that one. Because I think you could get.
I'll come meet with these people.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that you could do that too. Yeah, but you got to get it. You need like a little roadmap for them. You need like a schematic.
This is a roadmap.
Well, a schematic, like like a the one there. About that distance from the with a bit of gap like that. You need to kind of like.
I have
draw it out, like and it's the first.
I have available expertise that would actually know how to build a schematic.
Yeah, right. We see a schematic is where everything starts. I tell everybody when I'm telling painters, I tell them make a schematic. If you've got your scheme, you can make the big one. So spend your time getting that scheme right.
I call mine a schema.
Well, this is a schema here. But
that's a mock-up. The schema you want is...
but we want a blueprint for that schema.
A blueprint for that mock-up. This is what the service
right.
is.
Exactly. Yeah, and someone could follow.
And then, just so I have the words right, we can... we're going to simplify the RFQ to pick whoever's available.
Yeah, sure.
That
Yeah.
That might consider...
Can do it and
wants to do it.
Yeah.
All I want is someone who gets excited about this.
Yeah, well, someone who can do it and wants to do it, and because I need to know what okay, we've got the buildings, that's clear, now, and we've got 2 floors. We got the floor separating the basement, and then we've got the floor separating the dome. What do we see on those squares? Where do the lines go?
Yeah.
How many of them? Where are they?
Yeah. And then
get a bit of graph paper and just draw it out.
And we want to do something not for June or May, something that they can do. They can spend some time like a charrette.
Like a weekend.
It's a charrette.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do the best you can.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Okay. So if you get a piece of graph paper, and just lay out the scheme of like a bird's eye view of it. Then you just say
do they have access? I have plenty of documentation, and I'll get a scheme, and I'll get a sketch, and I'll get a blueprint.
That's it. Yeah.
And I'll get everything I can.
Yeah.
Do they have SketchUp Pro 2017? I do.
You can borrow it, online. You can download a trial version for 15 days.
Well, I've got it permanently.
30 days.
I've got it permanently.
I'm just thinking of buying it. Funnily enough, actually.
But I have a version.
You do. So what does that mean? Somebody can use your key and open it.
I'm not sure how many people can use it, but I have one user case.
I see, but it all lives online, doesn't it?
Well, I own it, and it's online.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So whoever's doing this could just use that.
It would be best probably for the people to come to my house, and I'll turn over everything.
Okay. All right. So you got that there too. You could do that.
Having them come to my house, where I've got everything.
Right.
And everything I don't have, I can get.
Yeah. Okay.
When should I shoot for a time? Well, I'm away the 17th for a week.
Well, I'll have to.
But I'm available between today.
I can. No. Well, I'll have to write to a couple. I'll have to get a conversation going with a couple of them. I'm not due to see till next week, but I could put a call out to them asking if they could do this. I could roughly describe it to them. The 2 in 1 class. The other class I've got is on Wednesday night, and they're freshman students. But
that's fine.
But they're very smart. And
younger.
Yeah.
Poorer.
Yeah.
Eager. Less experience is the best.
I've got one who's actually right now trying to do a site-specific piece based on the circus. You know the circus graph that the genetics use. It's a sort of circular. You have it divides up like that, across, showing the different nodes on the periphery, and it's very colourful, and it's for doing genetic engineering. Circos. It's a circos.
Have you heard? I don't know it. You know the magic circle?
Magic circle.
You've got to know about the magic circle.
Hang on. One of them.
Wow.
Any kind
Has
of
a kaleidoscopic quality.
Well, it does. Any kind of data that you input in it goes on the periphery. And you've got all these interconnections, that are possible.
Yeah. Well, that's the next level.
Yeah, this is for screening, for genetic screening, to find out, what genes are talking to what genes. That's another big deal.
Well,
each genome, one genome can be described like that. The genome of
sure, come around here and take a picture of what he's showing us.
This is sound morphology, but like for example, there's an algae that they sequence the gene of an algae, single-celled organism.
Yeah.
And it looks like it looks like this, and it has the algorithm. It's the algorithm for creating synthetic silica that filters out bacteria in water, and it's what algae use as a beautiful structure.
And this will document one genome.
Yeah, you can document one genome, using these circus data visualization graphs. Look, that's what's that?
Let's set a date. Let's consider sometime on Friday for a meeting. Is there any time?
Anyway, this is a student who she wants to use this because she's actually studying statistics, and I showed her this is a much more interesting way of dealing with data than your normal stacking.
It took me 3 courses in statistics to get an A. Same course.
Wow.
So do you have any time on Friday?
Friday? No, I'm back in Connecticut on Friday. I'm doing an exhibition in
When's your next time? Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday is my time. But I can, yeah, in terms of
being and your students?
Physically available. Yeah, students. I'm going to see her on Wednesday night, and I can introduce this to her. But these kids are so loaded with stuff.
I know they're loaded.
It's very difficult to actually get them to sort of like turn on a dime.
Can they get? I can
especially at exam time.
Yeah.
You see.
But I'm dealing with students at Harvard. All times are busy. There's no time.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment, I don't. I mean, last night I have a student who's using SketchUp, and he was able to. And he didn't know it at all, but he was able to create this structure. He's a graphic design student.
Let's focus.
He would be good.
Let's focus on him.
Yeah, let's focus on him because I don't know. Like right now, I don't know anybody else using SketchUp. I'd have to go and find them.
Let's focus on him only.
Okay.
And I'll adjust my time to what he's available.
Okay.
And let's just focus on one person. I only need one. I don't need the best. I need something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What's his name?
Hugh. I can't pronounce his second name. It's Korean.
Good. Korean is best. They're great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's very focused.
Yeah.
And he's very polite. He's contained.
Well,
so he'd be good. Yeah, he would be good if I can get him.
Try to get him.
I'll try and get him.
And I'm flexible. I will adjust to meet him.
Because at the moment he's in this interesting place where he needs to get some expertise with SketchUp because he's enjoying it, and it might be an interesting challenge for him.
And he could try Manhattan as well as the abstract, the abstract version and the simple version.
Yeah, that's right.
The complex and simple.
Yeah.
There are already abstracts of Google SketchUp of 57.
He did a nice thing last night. He made this model of these three-dimensional letters.
Yeah.
And then he pulled up a photograph of the room that they've got to go in, and he was able, in SketchUp Pro, he was able to sort of like locate the model in the right perspective, so that it looked like it was on the table.
He's a winner.
Yeah. I'll ask him.
Let's not scour the internet. Let's try him.
All right.
And try as hard as we can, and be flexible as we can. And then if that doesn't work, we'll try something else.
I wish I knew SketchUp Pro. I'd do it for you. Yeah, I've only just opened the box.
Well,
and I immediately I said to him last night. I said, "If you learn this, you can teach me, because I need someone to sit down with me so I can learn."
And you could try it with his guidance.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to. And I was just about to buy the software.
And I can provide the sketch. I'll see what my license does, whether I can give one to you free.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to figure out how to let you use it, and then you can let him use it.
Well, yeah, I have a problem with that right now because I'm finding the time to do that.
No, I don't mean time. I mean just so you have something to give to someone else.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
You're giving me time today. We see possibility.
Yeah.
My goal is to get something and then go out and raise millions of dollars.
Oh, right. I think that's fantastic. I'm all with you. I'm with you on that. I love to be part of that.
Well, you are.
I'm trying to get my mind around the viability of what you're doing, because I'm still a little bit kind of sketchy in terms of understanding how this actually
let's
create a functional model.
You're on my board of advisors.
Okay.
Okay? And I've got world-class people, the head of McLean Hospital, the guy who built all the charter schools in Washington, D.C.
Well, I think mental health would be a fantastic one for this. But this thing of attention
a guy who was my executive vice president.
Because if people who've got suffering from attention deficit, which is a lot of kids these days, if they could know how to sort of utilize the passion rooms along with their attention rooms, they actually might find
the applications you'll see.
Yeah.
And later on, once we get a little farther along, it could be part of a course assignment.
It's like depression. It could be like a cure for depression. It could be like a model that they do this, now do this, now do this, now do this, and now you're in a different place than you were.
On Saturday night, I'm going to a reception with Julie Vargas, B.F. Skinner's daughter, at the B.F. Skinner Foundation.
Okay.
And she came to see me last year in January. And I now understand that she was in a one-dimensional linear programming, operant conditioning world of stimulus response reinforcement. And then in the black box. The white box moved to a two-dimensional framework, table, way of looking things. And now we can look at a three-dimensional. And because of the using the metaphor of the world as a
hologram,
as a city for your mind, all these applications turn into unlimited, like Pokemon. We get this thing built. It can be a Pokemon thing that can be superimposed on a world you already know. Yeah. With the meta structure and some metadata imposed on the world that you've already learned.
Sounds marvelous. Sounds great.
Expand on what I just said.
Yeah. Well, isn't it? You're like sort of telling someone that you can tailor make a kind of you can create a roadmap, a kind of system of transformation of the familiar environment into a new paradigm that you can operate and be the operator of.
And impose it on a world that you've learned throughout your life. You know it.
Yeah.
It adds value.
Yeah. So you can drive. You can actually learn to drive again.
You can learn to drive again. And like this morning, I decided I would learn.
Most people's cars are driving themselves and they're all over the place.
And now
the driver's seat.
When the cars are doing the driving, what are the people going to do? They're going to have to start. They're going to have to do something. And not just use Elon Musk's idea of pumping all the World Wide Web into your brain. How would that feel? I hope
like
Elon
a garbage dump.
Elon Musk said, well, I think I won't be the first one to go to Mars.